the lovely introduction. Just to let you know, I'm trained as a primary teacher and I worked for many years in local schools before having 3 boys of my own. As a parent raising my boys, I noticed a desire from other families to join us on our regular outdoor adventures. So there was this yearning, like a need from others who perhaps hadn't had a rich upbringing in nature. They wanted to participate and share the same experiences I was sharing with my children. So today I chose not to return to a school. I continue to be an educator in nature's environmental classroom. So I suppose you'd call me a play ranger. Yeah. So I facilitate outdoor free play experiences in nature for the very young and train others in the art of nature play. So this is a photograph of me as a little girl. My favourite place was harvesting from the veggie garden and feeding my pets, and that's me wearing my bum boots. I'm just wondering, my love of nature comes from my parents allowing me to have a childhood full of experiences in nature. I wonder, where does your environmental passion stem from? Please just take a moment, we're shutting our eyes, lots of visualisation happening today. Please try and remember some of your earliest play memories or adventures outside. Imagine you're very little, think back to some of your earliest memories. The times I'm asking you to remember might be when your parents said, go outside and play until tea time, or the places in nature you played with siblings and friends after school or kinder. Think about where you went and what you played with. The smells that you smelled and the things you were touching, the places you were exploring. So I want you to open your eyes now, and if anyone would like to share that place with us, we'd love to hear. So, Regina, do you have a special place in nature that you'd like to share from your childhood?
I had up for that. One of them that usually involved trees or bush. So one of the earliest ones was it used to just be a big bush that we used to just get in underneath. So it was, nobody could see you in there. That was the big thing. And you could hear other people. That was great. But no one could see you.
So you were invisible.
Yeah, it was our own little world.
Away from grown-ups. Isn't that gorgeous? Well done. Anyone else like to share their special place? Oh, sorry. Yes?
My brother and I used to sit out in a big tree in the back garden and fill up glass jars with different things from the garden and hang them by strings off the front.
Beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Special time, just collecting and investigating. Yes?
We used to float leaves and sticks in the garden, have little races with them.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Special time. It's amazing how children create their own play when they have tangible items to play with.
I was just thinking, I moved to the States when I was a child, and because the environment was so different, we lived in an area with some forest and deer and squirrels and domestic animals, and I think that's the reason why I remember when I was also, this was so different, and it was so exciting.
Beautiful, and you have the freedom to go and explore. So yes, lots and lots of special memories, and these experiences gave you plenty of fresh air and exercise, creating a healthy appetite and a good night's sleep. Thank you for sharing those with us. So good old Lunik again. Many of today's kids in Australia spend too much of their childhood in a virtual world, gained mainly from television, DVDs and computer games. Children are really well versed with space, exotic animals and dinosaurs. They have well-developed concepts of times long ago and faraway places in nature, but how intimately do they know nature in their own local environment? Have they shared the wonder and joy of observing their amazing night sky right on their doorstep? As they play in their backyard, have they really listened to the birds? Do they react with joy when they spot a ladybird or see a bee or butterfly landing on a flower? Has there been an opportunity to indulge their senses by growing, harvesting and eating food? This famous cartoon titled TV Sunset by Michael Lynn was published almost 40 years ago and accurately illustrates this concern. Nature never intended people to spend countless hours of life inside. For most of 120,000 years, humans have lived intimately with nature in rainforests, bushland, grassland, deserts, coastal areas and other waterways. Up until several decades ago when children were free, and for many of you here that would be your childhood of fond memories, as children we couldn't wait to be told to go outside and play. Over the last few decades, a culture of fear has developed for the safety of children. In many cases, parents and carers and educators are reluctant to allow children the freedom to explore outdoors further than the confines of their balcony, backyard or playground. This retreat indoors has been fueled by fear of strangers, accidents, litigation, being alone, going to unknown places, natural disasters and even sunburn. Our sun-shunning society has become so paranoid about skin cancer that many are now avoiding sun exposure altogether. Adverts like this don't help and confuse parents, especially young parents. Cases of rickets are on the rise in Australia, from babies through to the elderly, due to vitamin D deficiency. The main source of vitamin D, as you all know, is the sun. Our immune systems are also suffering with lack of sun. We all must continue to be sun safe, but understand that our bodies need a daily dose of sunshine. Fortunately, some families and educational facilitators are working towards getting the balance right. Awareness is spreading throughout the globe, with astute communities like us and some governments playing a part in turning the tide, connecting children to nature in their daily lives, and at the same time reconnecting adults to nature by encouraging them to share in their children's experiences. You may be interested to know that recently Professor Howard Gardner of Harvard has begun to herald, describe and publicise the addition of an eighth intelligence. He's titled it Naturalistic Intelligence, or Nature Smart, to his multiple intelligence theory. In parts of the USA, a bill's been passed declaring that children must have at least an hour outside every day. As Sue mentioned, in Scandinavian countries, and now here, very proudly, they have forest kindergartens which allow kids all weather, all temperatures to have outdoor play and learning experiences in nature for their health and well-being. Early in 2009, an international conference called Get Outside, It's in Our Nature was held at Vancouver Island in Canada. World leaders expressed a concern for a generation of children who don't often go outside and who appear to be divorced from their natural world. Ideas were shared for ways to reconnect children with nature. It's a challenge encouraging families to venture from where they are familiar, on the plastic fantastic, and participate in recreational activities in unfamiliar settings. I'll actually share with you how I've mapped our local area for relevant, healthy and happy outdoor fun. 5 years ago, I launched a program called Natured Kids. It aims to provide weekly opportunities for the very young, 0 to 5 years, and their families to recreate outdoors. A little bit like a bush playgroup. Natured Kids recognises that families are the first and most important educators of their children. It connects people with each other, their community, and the natural environment for the very best start in life. This playgroup model that I've developed and implemented over the past few years in and around Frankston on the Mornington Peninsula is called Natured Kids, and it utilises existing neighbourhood parks and green spaces, and it promotes good health for families through outdoor nature activities all year round. Belonging to a group helps them feel more confident and secure as they visit nearby nature venues. Through the evaluation I've done from the program, a lot of families are very fearful to do this on their own now, so they felt very secure in the comfort of others. For this age group, visits are always healthy and happy and full of fun. The activities need to be energetic and playful, with themed songs, poems, stories and craft, always about the things that the kids find, and always followed by free time in these rich outdoor play spaces to picnic and play in nature. So the dots on this map over here show you how extensively we've connected with nature in the Frankston area. In our Natured Kids program, we visit community and private parks and gardens, beach and marine parks, galleries and sculpture parks, wetlands, lakes, ponds and rivers, natural forests, bushland, flora and fauna reserves, and places of cultural significance. I'll now share with you just a couple of activities that we do at each local venue, so hopefully you can implement a similar thing in your area. It's important to begin where families are familiar, like the park, where wildlife can be found, because once you hold their hand, if they're a bit unfamiliar, you can take them places that they perhaps wouldn't go themselves. So we always start when they're familiar. This is Montague Park. Children brought flowers from home to make a combined group art project, and we titled it Celebration of Spring. So they brought all their spring flowers from home to make a beautiful mandala. Who remembers making a daisy chain as a child? Yeah, I think that's a wonder spot. She sat for absolutely ages, made one for her mum and one for herself and one for her. Dame Elizabeth Murdoch kindly lets us visit her garden in springtime. The seasonal changes in nature are really exciting discoveries for children to make. A group of secondary school students helped the Nature Kids families plant vegetables in our garden plot at the local community garden called Groundswell, which we visit every few weeks. We also created a frog bog there. You can see the high school students helping us create the frog bog. Kids love being super snail snoopers. The look of absolute wonder on their faces when they discover that there are living creatures smaller than themselves is priceless. Gardening gives families hands-on connection with the earth. And there's nothing quite like eating something that you've grown yourself. The veggie garden's the perfect place to observe seasonal changes. Did we win the record for that, Regina? The biggest
We did,
pumpkin?
it was only 70 kilos.
Never mind. Nature is full of mystery and new discoveries. We recently made a butterfly garden at Groundswell Community Garden, filling it with host plants for the butterflies to lay their eggs on. After gardening, we played lots of caterpillar and butterfly games and sang songs and rhymes and had lots of role play. So to the beach now, lots of beach and foreshore areas. The beach provides endless possibilities for family fun and recreation. It's great to participate in healthy, happy exercise with kids and to have a little bit of fun at the same time too. Great hairdos. Discovering natural treasures brings us all pleasure. The Port Phillip Eco Centre were interested in the findings from our beach combing, which will be used to publish a local seashell poster. So this was really empowering for the families after their seashell scramble. You know, we enjoyed together what we found, and then to know that it was going to serve a purpose to the things that we collected. Yeah. So informative signs are also excellent for extending the learning experiences of all involved. So it's always a bonus connecting with living things in nature. That's down at Hastings, and you can be guaranteed to see beautiful bird life down there. We're very fortunate to host the annual sand sculpting event in Frankston, and it inspires children to be really creative and create their own masterpieces. It's on a very cold day at the beach, and the wind was blowing quite severely. You can see everyone rugged up, but these families are becoming very brave now, all weather, all seasons, and they realise that their kids are becoming healthier being outside, and the kids actually don't even notice the cold. Yeah. So onto galleries and sculpture parks. We're very, very fortunate to have world-class galleries and sculpture parks. They're excellent venues to visit